I was confident. We've been in that situation before with South Carolina. We've been in that situation with Missouri last year where we had to get a touchdown, and I was very confident in our whole offense, everybody, that we could do it. And we did. We put ourselves in a situation to win the game.
Only got 4 snaps in the last 121 before the field goal. Was there any confusion about not getting more plays during that time frame? I know that the illegal substitution things came up.
No, not at all. I mean, we were going as fast as we possibly could. I mean, everybody was running downfield, making sure to get on the ball. So I think, I don't think we were hoping to get more plays in. I think it was just all about getting more yards in.
Kyler, I know it takes all 11 guys working together. What do you think the trust level or the trust factor is in the passing attack right now?
I mean, everybody's trusts Dobbs and what he can do, and everybody trusts the wide receivers and how they can make plays. I think right now it's just our running game is really working, so that's why we're using it. I mean, we had a 17-play drive where, 80–90% of the plays were runs, and it worked. And we, wasted 10 minutes of the clock doing that. So, why wouldn't you go back to it? So I think that's what we're trying to do, and it means a lot to have confidence in the O-line to say, hey, we can run the ball. So
is that different from in the past? Do you feel like there wasn't the confidence in the O-line to say, hey, we can run the ball?
Oh, it was definitely different. Last year it used to be 3rd and 4 to 6. We wouldn't run the ball ever. We would always try and pass it and end up getting a sack or anything like that, not converting. Now, 3rd and 9, we ran the ball, ran a zone play, and scored on it. So I think the confidence of the run game is actually helping our offense.
To that end, what does it do to the offense when Dobbs is running the way he was on Saturday?
It makes us a whole different kind of team. He adds another dimension to it. Being able to break tackles and use his speed to his advantage. And it really confuses defenses, him being able to run as long as with the running backs too. Both of them being able to keep the ball. So it really makes our offense special.
You mentioned the 16 or 17 play drive. Most of them were runs. You ran for 254 yards, I think, against Florida. It's a really good run defense. How much confidence does that give you going forward in the run game?
A lot. The O-line is always confident in each other. I'm confident in all those guys, and we've always talked about give them the ball. We got 2 really good running backs. We need to give them the ball as much as possible. Those guys can work. They can get yards if they need them. So a lot of this is giving us a lot of confidence, and we want to take that into the games in the future.
Kyler, you said earlier that there wasn't a lot of confusion on the last drive, but I guess on what kind of became the last play offensively before you guys had to clock the ball, was there kind of confusion as to whether or not the ball was out of bounds and the clock was stopped?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. We thought it was out of bounds. We had enough time to sub some guys in, and then they started to run the clock, so we had to spike it, to stop. And I think in the substitution, a guy was still on the field to make 12 and give us the penalty.
The pass from Juwan Jennings back to Josh Dobbs. Just take me through that when that play is called and you're in the huddle. Take me